What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Tales of the Rays English gameplay. I was thinking about doing Japanese, but honestly, with the events, you guys wouldn't be, and I wouldn't be able to read what's going on in the events. It would just kind of be showing off the characters and stuff. But if you guys want to see stuff like that, I guess I could do a showcase for Rose and Dezel, which is really, I honestly should have done a video, because I did 2 single summons with diamonds. If you don't know what diamonds are, if you only play English, it's the currency in the Japanese version. You can get mirror gems, but you have to pay for them, blah blah blah. So basically I did 2 single summons worth. I got Dezel's rainbow mirror art, and I got Kokis's rainbow mirror jar. If you don't know who Kokis is, you'll find out in a while, or you can look it up. And then from one of the tickets, I got Rose's rainbow mirror jar. So I think all my luck is spent. For this, as you can see, I've got 6,600 mirror gems. We are not using all of these. These will be saved. If you are not aware, if you actually go to quests right now, take it over there. They revamped all of the missions here. As you can see, there's 5 sets of them now that you can farm for all the different types of currency. Or, well, the different types of things. And you can get 40 diamonds for each mission. Multiply that for 5 missions. So that's like 200 almost on each one. If you can complete it all, and there's 5 of them, so that's like 1,000 per day. So you can roughly farm 7,000 mirror gems, which is pretty much what I did. Also, another thing to note before we hop into this, obviously I'm going to do a multi-summon, and then I'm actually going to, we're going to do the event together. Either you can watch this and do the event with me, or however you want to do it. But I did do a multi-summon on Konono's story banner. Or it's an early access banner, it's not really a story banner. But I did not pull her, so I did not get her. I have her on the Japanese version. I pulled her when this came around there. But I did not pull her here. I'm not going to go ham for her, because she'll be added into the game eventually. But, so yeah, I got some 4-star weapons for some random story characters. And that was pretty much it. Here, this is what we're here for. We are here for Emil and Marta. 2... honestly, my favorite characters in the Tales franchise. I love their story. If you actually if you watch my previous video, prior to this one, I actually did kind of a breakdown of the Tales series and why it's so important to people, so definitely check that out. But we're going to do one multi-summon for this. We'll obviously do the first time half-off summon first, then we're going to do the multi-summon. Then we're going to set up the team. If we pull the Rainbow Mirror Jar for Emil or Marta and we pull a decent amount of weapons, I may think about leveling them up and throwing them right on the team. But most likely, I'll just wait even if I do pull them, because they're not going to be heavily leveled up. So we'll figure out a team with their anima type very soon for the event. But let's go ahead and just hop into these summons. So we will do our first time half-off summon first. Let's check this out. Blue. Alright, so looks like we're going all blue right now. Yep, this is going to be a 3-star. It'll obviously be for a Symphonia character. It's not guaranteed to be for one of them. But we did get a 3-star for Emil. So that's good. Now, we go on to the multi-summon. So, obviously, I feel like all my luck has been spent on the Japanese version tonight, because... or whenever you're watching this, I guess. Because I pulled 3 Rainbow Mirror Jars. Obviously, I know luck doesn't actually transfer, but in terms of actual luck, I feel like I'm not going to pull anything here. But let's click on this multi-summon and see what it does for us. And this is a much harder event. If you are someone who plays the game very casually and doesn't really level up too much, and if you are not caught up on the story, you will probably have a very difficult time with this event. This is one of the harder events. It's not just going to be like, oh, you breeze through the story, and then at the end you get the characters. This is definitely a much more challenging one. So let's see what we get. Yes! Okay. But, however, I want to reiterate. this does not guarantee I'm getting Emil or Marta, because the other rainbows are on this banner. Alright, so Colette. So yeah, like Colette, okay, weapon for Lloyd. So Colette and Lloyd are on this banner as well. So honestly, it could be a 4 stars though. That's really good. I mean, I don't really need weapons for Colette, but Marta. Okay, so nothing too crazy. Now here's the moment of truth. Obviously in the Japanese version, when you get a rainbow, you really can't tell who it is when you see the lettering, but based on what's typed out, we're going to be able to tell who this is for. So let's look at it this way. So it's either going to be for Emil, Marta, Lloyd, or Colette. I already have Lloyd's rainbow. So if it's Colette, Emil, or Marta, I'm happy. If it's Emil or Marta, I'm super happy. Let's check it out. Well, we got Colette. You know, I'm a little disappointed because I would have liked to get one of the characters early. But, you know, I'll take Colette's rainbow. You know, I'm not going to be upset about that. So that's what we're looking at for the first summon. Well, the multi-summon. And because we did a multi, we get an Emil and Marta ticket summon. Which we can go ahead and do that right now real quick. Obviously, we can get more of these tickets in the... Actually, I don't know because this was actually the event I started with on the Japanese version. So I don't actually know how many tickets, if any, are even in it. Okay, so we can skip that. Alright, so we got another 3-star for Marta. So now, we've done our summons. We're good to go. Now, we are going to hop into our teams. And yes, I will be doing all the story stuff. I'm not going to skip story stuff, so we will read kind of what's going on with the story. Alright, so this is my current team I have right now. I think what I'm going to do... Sharia is a good healer, so I do want to keep her, so... I think for now we'll just take off Sophie and put Colette in exchange for Sophie. So let's wait for this to load. Alright, you can take a look at my characters. There's Colette. Next we go here. And obviously in a little bit in the future, we will eventually get the Awakening system where we'll be able to have 2 Mirage Arts on a character that's already gotten a rainbow. So actually, are both of those new? Triple Ray Thrust I already have, so we don't need regular Ray Thrust. So we can put Judgment right there. And then Pow Hammer... we can replace for dual ray thrust. Actually, no, we don't. What do we need? We already have triple, like I just said. Ray thrust. We'll just keep Pow Hammer on there, I guess. So that's good. So that's gonna be the team we're gonna be running for right now, anyway. I really want to keep Sharia because she's a very decent healer. Sophie does have a heal, but I just feel like Sharia is mostly a healing unit, so it'll be a lot more useful. I'm guessing this is probably going to be a very lengthy video, but that's okay. As long as my phone doesn't like crap out during the recording of it or anything. Okay, so obviously we don't have those 2 recruited yet. So now what we want to do is we want to go to Colette. And obviously we are going to... we're just going to limit boost this one. We can limit boost the other one another time. This is actually the 3rd one I've pulled of this, so that'll be for some good leveling. So that's good. Let's level up all her gear as much as we can. I don't know if I'll have enough to level everything up in one go. I may need to do some farming later on. We shall see, though. I may do a part 1 and a part 2 if this takes too long to kind of go through. I don't want this to be like an hour-long video. So as long as it's under like 45 minutes, I think we're good. Going through all the scenes and everything. And then we just need to level this one up. And then we're just going to look at Lloyd's weapons real quick, because we know we pulled a couple for him. I don't think any of the 4 stars were for him. Just really quickly, it doesn't matter what I use to level it up. This is going to be a very casual video, too. This is not going to be, like, serious, like, hey, I'm going through this. Do I have anything to enhance her Mirage art? Let's look. Hardly anything, but let's give it a few levels. Maybe she'll get, like, the super success, and it'll take it up a little bit higher than 16. Doesn't look like it. Alright, so anyways, we are done with Colette. Colette is good. Where is Lloyd? Level 43. As you can see, most of my characters are very decently leveled up. Everyone is at least level 30. Did we get anything to limit boost? Okay, yeah, we got one of his weapons. We have no 4 stars for him. That is... ugh. So 2 of his weapons can be limit boosted. And then we'll just level those up real quick, and then we'll hop right into it. Good thing about this is I have it in the little charging stand that I have for Android, so I don't have to worry about it running out of battery or anything. And it's not a cord, so I don't have to worry about that either. For the most part, I'll probably just auto-battle it, because there's not really a reason for me to control the characters until we get to the harder stuff. So yeah, you'll probably just see that. Let's go ahead and level these 2 weapons up. Yeah, because I'm not going to need to level up Emil and Marta's stuff in this video. At least I don't think so. Especially since I don't think I have 4 weapons for both of them yet. We can actually check that before we get started on the actual event. Okay, so we are good for that. Now we can go back. I do want to check out Marta. What do we have? Okay, so we have 3 weapons for her because those 2 4 stars are both a duplicate. And then let's check Emil Castagnier. And what we kind of have trash for him, so that's not too much to worry about, though. We're going to go hop into the story right now. Click event. So yeah, the second part is unlocked after completion of the first. Obviously. Now, before we get started in the Coliseum, let's go ahead and check out the store. Okay, so we do get some stuff, so that'll be good. Something for Lloyd. So we've got 2 weapons for Lloyd. We've got his 4-star, and then a whole bunch of duplicates for his... Oops, didn't mean to do that. For his 3-star. Same thing with Colette. I don't believe I have this way... Oh, triple Ray Thrust. That is what I have. Okay. And then Ray Thrust as well. I probably won't need all of those. Emil and Marta tickets. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we got 10 tickets for them. So there is still a chance from those 10 tickets that I could get 1 or both of their Mirage arts. Spirit Gems, obviously we're going to want all of this stuff. I'm just going to need to figure out how to get each type of currency. So obviously, I'm guessing the gold paint is just like the better stuff. I don't think you get one or the other more by having certain people on your team. Probably just like the rainbow people probably give you more of the gold medals. But we're going to go ahead and get started on this story. Well, that sure took a turn. Never imagined they'd ask us to take down the reigning Coliseum champions. Are we sure we want to do this? What happened to just poking our heads into town and doing a little shopping? We have a lot of other things on our plate, but the people of this town need our help and we can't ignore them. Agreed. It sounds like the reigning champions are vicious thugs who have brought nothing but trouble. A dying town builds an arena in order to reverse their fortunes, only to see it attract a pair of nasty, violent maniacs. What a nightmare. The Coliseum champions are actually scaring away tourists. These poor folks can't catch a break. I say we give these so-called champions the beating they deserve and drive them right out of town. There you go, Lloyd. It's possible that our participation in the Coliseum could help bring more tourists into town as well. Guys, we're assuming a lot here. I mean, thugs or not, the champions have to be strong if they claim the title. I don't think it's a given we can beat them. Of course we can. Look how much stronger you are now, Ix. Plus, you'll have all of us fighting at your side. Yeah, it'll be fine, Ix. Let's give it a try. Well, I guess it will be a good chance to test our strength. I just need to believe in myself. Aw, look at that. My little Ixie Poo is all grown up. Melina, we've talked about this. Don't treat me like a child. Hee hee. Right, sorry. Alright, I'm in. Let's head down to the Coliseum and get our names on the list. Alright, so obviously we're headed to the Coliseum to find some kind of villain. Okay, one thing I will say if you were trying to do this event, always see if you can... I mean, for the early stages, you might not really need to worry about it. Once you get to the later stuff, right here, Sharia, make sure you're using a rainbow of hers. It will be ideal in these fights because you'll get to a lot of boss fights that you really need to hit more than one enemy and do a lot of damage, and she is a very good character for this. Well, look at that. It looks like some of the people I follow have already pulled Emil. Let's see if anyone else has gotten Marta or... Nope, just one Emil. For this, we can take Emil because it's a 2,200 power mission. Nothing we really need to worry about here, but we will check the extra conditions for each mission. See, 19,000 power. I'm going to be set for most of this. Let's check this out. Clear. No allies KO'd. Okay, so I can auto-battle this without worrying about anything. So yeah, it looks like the silver right here is obviously just the lesser currency. And then you'll just use that to feed into the bigger currency. But let's go ahead and hop right into it. Like I said, for these missions, I'm probably just going to have it auto-battle. I'm really not too worried. I can worry about playing with these new characters later. But this is more just kind of a walkthrough of how everything works. So yeah, story-wise, oh wow, it's just literally one boss. I feel like it's like that for most of them. I know some of them have extra rooms. Normally it's gonna be one boss. We can actually test out Emil's... Oh, well, no we can't. It's already done. I was gonna show you guys Emil's rainbow, but... that was done quicker than expected. So there we go. Got all three. Move on to the next quest. I'm glad that they finally added that in where you don't have to go back to the main page, click on the next quest, and then continue. You can just click next, and it'll hop us right into the next cutscene. Oh, well, actually, we don't have a cutscene for every single one, so... I'm gonna avoid using my friend's Sharia till later. We can just use an Asbel for now. Ba-doom. So yeah, we're obviously not getting a gold this time because we're not using a character that's for this specific event. The only times you'll get the gold medals are if you're using Emil or Marta. It doesn't matter which Mirage art they're wearing. Obviously, if you're using their rainbow, they'll get more. But you can do it without the rainbow, and you'll still get a small amount of gold. So, once I'm done with this, other than the obvious companion friend person that I use for an Emil or Marta, the only way during farming missions that I will get, the thing is if I pull them from the... Sorry, I was trying to take my train of thought. If I pull Emil or Marta's rainbow from mission, I'll get some gold, but I'll probably just replace Asbel and Sharia. Because Lloyd and Colette give a decent amount of the silver because they are Symphonia characters. And they do have basically anything that's on the banner, any characters that are for the summon banner, are characters you're going to want to use for the event. So the ideal team for you to use is Lloyd, Colette, Emil, and Marta. And you're probably wondering who's the healer. Marta. She does have... I know she has 1 heal. I don't know if she has 2. I believe she has a... I know she has a 4-star heal. She may also have a 3-star heal. Alright, really doesn't matter what we're using. I guess we can use a Marta. You know, we get those 30 gold, even though we're not really getting currency right now. So yeah, there's not going to be too much dialogue in this, which is kind of nice. It's not like doing a story chapter, but if I get a good reception on this, then every story chapter and event I will probably just do a playthrough for. Even if I don't end up doing a summon, because for a lot of story chapters, it's really not ideal to do a summon, because you're trying to pull in the connection with Marta's rainbow, which is actually really nice, because it hits a decent amount of people on the field. But, I try not to summon on story banners because it's pulling from the entire set of story characters. So, it's a lot harder to pull for a story character than it is for an event character, because, for example, we only have 4 characters who have weapons and arts and stuff on this banner. But for a story banner, obviously our next chapter is going to be chapter 13. I believe it's 13, yeah. So, all the previous, from chapter 1 to 11, all the characters on there are people you can pull from the banner. Oh, yeah. R.I.P. Tales of Link. Tales of Link, actually, I don't know if a lot of you play Tales of Link, but it was actually announced that they just released their final banner, which is an all 5-star banner, which is the highest, unit you can get from summoning, but it's going to be shutting down in 2 months. They're giving it it's really not as popular as they would have liked, so they're keeping the game and servers up for another 2 months till the end of March, and then they're going to shut it down. They want to give people a chance to, you know, get their units all high up there and finish the story, in case, because it's a Tales game. It has a good story, even if it doesn't have crazy cutscenes and animations and stuff. Okay, so this is gonna be our first fight where we have to deal with more than one person. But I actually haven't really been. I've been getting all of the conditions, but 1 ally of this anima type, deal over 500 damage. We've already done that. Silver Warrior and the Bronze Knight. So obviously the Silver Warrior and Bronze Knights are kind of what gives currency, and there are Gold Knights in this as well. It's so weird seeing Lloyd in an actual like 3D game like this with better graphics, because we haven't really seen him since Symphonia 2, and even then it was weird to see from Symphonia 1. Next mission. We are already 24 minutes in. Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be... Oh, we got a scene, okay. Whew, it was tough, but we won. We're one step closer to taking on the champions. It's a little early to be celebrating, Melina. Our foes are only going to get harder as we rise up the ranks. So, what's the deal with these Coliseum points anyway? Of course, Lloyd. I read about those on the entry sheet. Each time you win, you get points that can be redeemed for prizes at the trading post. They're basically telling us what we actually use them for. So the tougher we fight, the more points we'll earn. Ha! And I thought I was eager to fight before. The trading post is over that way. We can stop by whenever you like. Man, this town really went all out. They have prizes and everything. I hope this helps revive the town. I mean, the Coliseum champions may be thugs, but they don't seem to be running around terrorizing people. Yeah, I don't think you need to worry much about the town's fortunes. We already had people asking for our autographs. Apparently, our above-board fighting style has everyone talking. I've never been asked to sign anything before. It's a little embarrassing. Of course, Lloyd. Hee hee, you even drew a picture of yourself in their autograph book. I hope it's not as bad as the... Okay, they are bringing that up. Yeah, that didn't turn out as well as I'd hope. I'm good at crafts, but I can barely draw at design level. So, if you're wondering what they mean by that, in Tales of Symphonia, when Lloyd was wanted for raiding a design base to try and free people, they made this poster of him that was absolutely awful. It looked... I mean, obviously, you could tell it was supposed to be a picture of him, but it was the worst drawing of Lloyd ever. Design, well, I'm glad that some positive energy is returning to the town at any rate. Now let's keep this up until the champion goes down. Our next fight is about to begin. Let's do this, guys. So this is a fun little cutscene. I like doing this with you guys. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's go ahead and use this Emil. Oh yeah, I didn't get to showcase Emil, so I'll remember to do it on this boss fight. Alright, so 3,500 power, and... yeah, so most of these are just going to be straightforward, as long as you don't have to continue, like your team doesn't die. And as long as none of your allies are KO'd, you're pretty much fine. On some of them, you'll need to do a certain amount of damage in a mission, but for the most part, it's pretty straightforward. You can pretty much, if you have a strong enough team, if your team is at the level that mine's at, you can pretty much auto-battle your way through this. It was just really funny because I made a Japanese, actually, we can showcase this now. I love this mirror's art. That was really cool. But, so I started my Japanese version last, I believe it was like the end of January when Ray's originally came out in Japan. So I downloaded that, and I played for a solid month or two, and then I just stopped because the English version was coming out. But then when this event came around to the Japanese version, I wanted to get back into it because now that I knew what everything was, I was fine with playing the Japanese version. I didn't need to know what to read, I could just play. And I tried to farm through as much of the game as I could, but I was still crap for this event. I was able to sacrifice so many mirror gems just to get to the end and get the two characters, just to get Emil and Marta, but it was horrendous to go through, and honestly, even just this stuff was hard for me back then. But we shall see how I deal with it on this one when we get to the later stuff. Really shouldn't be too hard to get the characters, I feel like. Alright, how many fights we got here? Rank C2. Only one fight. Yeah, the enemy's only level 17, so we're going to be good for a while. There's usually only really 10 real missions. Excuse me. Alright, no allies KO'd, and that's fine. I don't really foresee having too much trouble with this. At least till the second part, I may have some trouble. And we're starting to get a decent amount of gold too, so it is definitely a little more worth it. Right, next. There may be a point where I need to sacrifice some mirror gems for some stamina. Because unlike story, the only stamina orbs you actually get are from your two characters. So even with two characters, I'm not going to be able to refill my stamina. So if I do need to sacrifice some mirror gems, that's fine. We'll just use Emil again. 3,960 power. Which is fine because we've still got 19,000. Clear without continuing and no allies KO'd. Simple stuff. Although this person's... well, obviously this person's Emil is going to be level 1 for the mirror chart. Because, you know, we haven't... the event's been live for 30 minutes now. So how would they have leveled it? Unless they save their, like, super mega Shiro crystals. Dryad, level 18.
私頑張るね。
試練熱水砲成功。試練熱水砲。
There you go. That's some heavy
この
damage.
剣の前に敵はない。
It's so crazy, and there's actually a rumor that's gone. I'm sure it's not a rumor. I'm sure it's true because people in the Tales community usually know their stuff. That they're actually making a Tales of the Rays anime. I don't know how long it'll go for. It'll probably just be a couple episodes, but and it may link the part 1 and part 2, which would be really cool. But I would definitely be interested in that. Alright, what do we got here? Deal 1,000 damage and 2 characters to match. I'm going to use everybody who matches the anima. So the next event after this, we won't get a story chapter next. We're not going to get story chapters for a while. The next event should be a Tales of Berseria event with Aizen and Laphicet. So if you are someone who really likes those characters, and maybe you're not Symphonia 2 fan too much, maybe it's smart to stay for that event. Alright, so, ooh, Gold Knight. Or Bronze Lancer, okay. The Gold Knights will actually be taller. Yeah, I'm really not too worried about this too much. Treasure chest and boss. The Golden Gladiator.
Use
Marta's just for fun. And that's it. So yeah, Colette's Rainbow Mirage Art is a buff ability. And I believe it heals some too, even though she's not a healing character. Next, 8 stamina. Most of these don't cost much, which makes sense since they are event, and it's kind of hard to refill your stamina with stuff like this. Just go ahead and keep using Emil and Marta whenever... Ooh, all the way up to 5,000. We're slowly starting to get up there in power. I mean, it's still nothing threatening, but... Alright, still same stuff. No KO. So... We just had Eleanor on the Japanese version, then they did a Rose and Dezel one, so I'm wondering... So the only characters from both Berseria and Zestiria who have not been added to the game, in Zestiria, it's just Lila and Zavid. And then for Berseria, Rokuro and Magilu. Magilu has been in cutscenes, but she hasn't been in the game. Those 4 characters will probably be paired together in different events, but that will be way later down the line because there are so many different anima types that don't have a lot of characters. And the Zestiria Berseria anima type is something that has a ton of characters. Alright, so moving forward once again. I will say the anima... I don't know them by colors or type, because it's hard to always remember them, but the one for the Zilia characters really needs more. They just got some... Yeah, they got some Zilia 2 characters. So they've got 6 characters right now if you add Konono to the Zilia characters that are on there. And I believe they are the lowest number in terms of characters. Which is still okay because you can still, for every anima type, not on... I'm trying to think. Can you run a... Let's actually look real quick. So you could for this... But you don't have a healer. That's your main issue. That's why I have to have Melina on there. Until Laphicet gets added, excuse me, you won't have a healer. You're fine for this anima type. This anima type, you're fine. You're fine here. Zilia, you could add Konono if you have her. You could have a full anima team. And then here, you're fine. So really the only anima that's lacking is, ironically, this one. Not lacking in characters, but lacking in a healing character. No allies KO'd, and 2 anima. Looks like we are going to be fine. 5,500 power. I apologize if this video is kind of boring. I'm trying to, you know, just come up with some Ray stuff to talk about for the most part. There's not really much to talk about here. What I really find interesting is when they are going to add the next, I guess, because obviously you get the legendary crystals for each character, you can get them to level 60. But on the Japanese version, a little while before the new update for Part 2, they showed this crystal that was able to upgrade to level 70, but the crystal is not actually part of the game yet. So I wonder when they're actually going to add that in. I'm sure they want to make sure that they have tons of characters for people to get to level 60 first, because I'm sure those crystals will be a little bit harder to get. And I also wonder if it's going to be like every Tales game where the level cap will eventually be 200. But we're back in our cutscene. We're almost there, Ix. We just need to raise our rank a little higher in order to challenge the champions. So yeah, we're getting close. I can't believe we made it this far. We owe Lloyd and Colette a great deal. Don't sell yourself short, Ix. You were pretty incredible in the last fight, don't you think, Karya? Oh, yeah, sounds great. Karya, what are you doing with that pen and paper? Practicing my autograph. Okay, but why? Hello, I'm the beautiful Mirite who supports Ix and Melina on their Bravura Coliseum run. It's only a matter of time before my own fan base develops. Okay, I'm sure you already have one online. Not every battle happens on the arena floor, you know. I'm fighting my heart out to become the Coliseum's top mascot. I think Repeat already gets that spot. Oh, well, I hope you get lots of autograph seekers, Karya. Hee hee, I'm glad you're having fun. I wonder what the Coliseum champions are like. From the rumors, it sounds like they might be a boy and girl. Okay, so Emil and Marta are the champions. But they're still belligerent jerks who are causing all sorts of problems, right? Apparently. Emil, come on. Let's go to that store next. Speaking of couples. We're gonna run into them right now. Aw, that's just some tourist trap that sells weird tapestries and light pens. Do you really want to go in there? Honestly, I don't even care where we go, as long as we go there together. I'm having so much fun with you today. Haha, okay. Weird couple as always. So, if you don't want to go there, then let's go somewhere else. What are you doing? Why'd you loop your arm through mine? So everyone knows you're mine, silly. I want people to see my Prince Charming escorting me through town. Okay. Well then, let's go to that shop over there. Thanks, Emil, you're the best. Well, that's funny. What a cute couple. I wonder if they're in town to see the Coliseum. I really love that girl's hairpins. They're adorable. This is why we need to it's them. It's totally them. This is why we need to dispatch those thuggish Coliseum champions. Tourists like those two should be able to enjoy the town without fear. Shiver. Karya, what's wrong? Oh, no, it's nothing. That didn't feel like a Chimera shiver, and I don't see any potential nexuses around here. Karya, did you just get the shivers? Yeah, but sometimes a shiver is just a shiver. Anyway, forget all of that for now. For a now? Okay. And look at the new way I'm signing my name. Our next fight is starting soon. How about we look after that? Sure thing. When this is over, I'm gonna buy an autograph book. Will you sign it for me, Karya? Whoa, seriously? Are you sure? Yeah, I'm nervous. I'm trembling. Wonder where Lloyd and Colette are. Colette said she'd catch up with us after her fan club meet and greet. Let's wait for them at the Coliseum. Yeah, we need to get focused. Our next foe is going to be tough. Well, that was fun. It's going to be funny when they realize that they've been exoflected. Alright, so we'll go with that. My goodness, this is gonna... Yeah, part 1 is just gonna be this video, and then... I probably won't need to do part 2, because it's not gonna have any story to it, but... I may just do it anyway. Or I may just do it on my own. It's not a huge deal. I pretty much told you guys what you need to know if you want to attempt that. Alright, just one fight here, level 28. Wow, that's a jump.
よしやるぞ試練滅天章魔競技吹き飛べ踊り狂うんだな重力トランシン
Emil going ham.
最短速試練滅天章
ちょっとやりすぎた
Very
かしら。
good. Wow, 15 stamina for the next one. Doubling it after that last one. Usually when you get to around 20 stamina is when you're starting to get to the end. Alright, and we're starting to get low on stamina too. Yeah, part 2 is really just bonus stuff. You don't have to do it. I'm pretty sure the final mission in part 1 will give you Emil and Marta, and then you'll have your farming missions at the bottom after that. And then I believe part 2 is probably just for extra weapons and stuff like that. Ooh, we got 4 battles here, and they're all level 40 or 30 characters.
私頑張るね。
So yeah, I think I over-exaggerated how hard it is. Obviously, part 2, I'm not exaggerating over. That will be a little bit tough, and you may need to get your team to at least level 50 with some decent weapons.
よしやるぞおぼろ月よおぼろ月よ
Yeah, I think from now on I'll probably do this. Anytime there's a new story or event, we'll do a playthrough of it, and definitely when the tower comes to English, I will definitely do a playthrough of that. I'm not going to be able to beat it. I may be able to beat it on English. Never know. And for those who don't know what the tower is, it's literally how it sounds. It's 50 floors, and every character you have a rainbow mirror art for. You can use in the tower. You can only use characters that have a rainbow mirror art or have been Go ahead and use as be enough to handle this guy.
瞑想古元
Good,
この
good,
剣の前に
good.
敵はない
Seems like we're getting less money than we were before. I think there was a mission way back where we got like 3,000. Alright, 15 stamina again. Loading. Alright, so now we'll click on this. It's 9,000 power now, so we're starting to get close to the end of this part. Alright. We have 5,000 mirror gems again. I had about 6,600 when I started summoning, so another 1,600, I'll be caught back up to where I was. Rank A1, 1 fight. So we're probably, I feel like the next mission might be the finale for this part.
おぼろ月よ試練滅天章おぼろ月よ
グランチャリオン
絶品魔法魔競技吹き飛べ踊り狂うんだな
As you can see, I'm starting to take a little bit of damage.
絶品魔法容赦はしないぜかかれ熱闘陣おぼろ月よおぼろ競技
Asbel in
見切れるか
there.
沈め
Finish things off
瞑
real
想
quick.
古元この剣の
And
前に
it's so weird
敵
for
はな
the
い
Japanese. Oh wow, that's a lot of gold. For the Japanese version, they did a complete overhaul of the layout for the entire game, and it almost makes it feel a little more retro than this one, but at the same time, it doesn't. So obviously, like I said, we're gonna waste a couple mirror gems just so I can continue going. Because obviously, it'd be kind of a crappy video if I just kind of stopped before the end. Alright, and just for future reference, Tales playthroughs will be a thing on this channel. For those who are interested. I don't know if I'll go back and play some of the older ones I've already played before. If there is a demand for it, I could do a Berseria and Zestiria playthrough if you guys care. I had one on my previous channel, but that channel no longer exists. So, if you guys are interested in that, I will do that. Or whenever the next Tales game comes out, I will definitely do one for that. Rank A2. Nope, we're not the champions yet. I'm probably gonna need to start actually Yeah, see, it's starting to get a little more difficult. Still nothing too crazy, but without those mirror jarts, it probably would have been a lot tougher for me. I feel like the next fight is probably going to be them, and they'll probably both be level 40. Okay, it says 5 stamina for this one, which is very interesting. Are we gonna get some story? Nope, doesn't look like it, so it looks like we're not done yet. Let's take Sharia with us on this one. $10,000. Okay, yeah, so the missions that give us Emil and Marta will, instead of these extra mirror gems, will have their regular mirror jarts. So no allies KO'd and without continuing. Not like it would matter if we have to continue. I would continue even if I did die. Just for the sake of the video, seeing it through to the end. Rank A3. Level 40. Like I said, this is a much more difficult one because most events don't even have fights up to level 40. Usually the level 40 mission is the farming mission. Usually I think those are all level 30 maximum by the time. Sometimes the voice doesn't work. Luckily, I have Asbel's mirror chart fully leveled up, so it does a lot more damage. You guys probably can't even see what's really going on. Give a little buff for that. There we go. See, that's good. 25 stamina for this next one. This is probably going to be it. Even though the 25 stamina mission is usually the farming one. If we don't get a cutscene... Oh, I guess we're not getting a cutscene. Okay, so... This may be a little more difficult than I thought. Let's actually update the helper thing once, see if we can get a Sharia. Nope. Alright, so we're just gonna go with a meal. Even though it's probably not leveled up, so it's probably actually a bad idea, but that's okay. What do we get from this? Alright, so with no allies KO... Oh, that's actually really good. If we can do all of this, we will get... That's a 4-star for a meal. And then that's a 25 Shiro crystals, so that'll be really useful. Just trying to move stuff around so it's easier. Oh, this is an extra stage. Yeah, level 45. This is insane.
頑張るね。
おぼろ月よ大大集団
ビルダ
つまらぬものを切ってしまうなんてな。
よしやるぞレッシングレッシングおぼろ月よ
Yeah, these fights are going to be very easy to go
こ
through.
ん
in
な
the
もんだろう。
beginning. This honestly may be one of the farming. I don't think it's a farming stage, but it might be.
よしやるぞレッシング入れただめ
I like playing with boys.
レッシング
Usually when I play Symphonia, he's the character I usually always just play as throughout the game. Sometimes I'll switch to try everyone's Mystic Arts, but for the most part, I just like his playstyle. I feel like most Tales games, the main, and I'm saying most, the main character, at least in the ones I've played, obviously. Symphonia, Vesperia, Abyss, Zestiria, and Berseria. Berseria is kind of different, but Velvet does use a sword that's part of her blade, but a lot of her combos are a lot of just kicking and moving around and using that.
おぼろ月よ
つまらぬものを切ってしまうなんてな。
Alright, we are at the boss, level 45, Golden Gladiator.
私頑張るね。
試練の検証吹き飛べ踊り狂うんだな
We will use everyone's Mirage Arts on this.
重力ご乱戦
魔競技浄化の道を切り開か
We
ん。
just need to do over, okay, we already did the over 10,000 hits.
たまにはみんなを守らなきゃ。ホーリーソング。
魔競技
Attack and defense increase.
沈め
That's what's really gonna help for these Mirage Arts. Oh, wow, that's all we needed.
こ
Okay,
の
that was
剣の
easy.
前に敵はない
I thought that was gonna be tougher to defeat them all, but that's actually good. I'm fine with that. Alright, so we got all of that. Next mission. I was gonna back out and see where we are, like how much we've done, but I'm sure we're gonna get a cutscene sooner or later. Like I said, sooner or later. Let me check the different views. Who's got what leveled up? Let's just go ahead and use Vel's. Shout out to Vel if you're watching this. Probably not. 13,000, like I said, this is... Okay, so there's another 4-star for Emil. And you can get 400,000 gold, too. Alright, so let's give this a shot. Hopefully we're going to be okay. I think at this point... Yeah, I think I'm going to swap Sharia, maybe. For... Let's see. So you've got Pixie Circle and First Aid. Nurse, Healing Circle. Okay, we're just gonna keep her. They're more or less around the same level. So I think this is okay. We are almost running at an hour for this event. I probably should have just done my summons and then gone over the event and then had the event itself be a separate video. Maybe I'll do that in post. You'll know if I have. Oh, I remember Medic Knights. They will just constantly heal each other. I may need to do a continuation. Yeah, well, she's already taken Yeah, already giving me a hard time.
容赦はしないぜ下がれレッドオージン
魔競技浄化の道を切り開かん。バーストプレイグランシャリオ
レッシング
リニュー
Actually, we may be able to pull this off.
たま まにはみんなを守
She
ら
can
なきゃ。
heal.
ホーリー
A little bit of
試
healing.
練熱天章魔競技見切れるか沈め瞑想光源
Okay, so that one's taken care of. I believe this is the last one.
驚く火を絶対法試練熱天章熱心法
We did it.
俺は強くなってみせる
That is some good teamwork right there. If I had autoed that, I definitely would have lost. Oh my goodness. We're gonna... Even with 19,000 power, we're probably gonna hit some hurdles soon. Come on, can we get a cutscene? Just let me know that we're almost... Alright, hold on, actually. I'm not stopping the video, so... Well, obviously you would know that. Because if you're looking at the video, it's probably going to be longer. However... Still need to do that. Look at all this. Look at all this we've done. Alright, 13,700. What do we get? Oh my god, more Chiral stuff. Okay. But that's without continuing. Alright, let's check the view. There's really not a lot of good choices here. Let's refresh. You know what? Let's use this level 80 Melina. This will probably be more helpful. So yeah, I obviously have more to talk about now that we're actually having trouble. Or, not really trouble, because we haven't lost yet, but it is starting to become a little increasingly difficult. How many fights? Just one fight. Lava Golem and Uniceros.
さあ、行くわよ。
改ざん法絶心法
I'm gonna save the mirror.
魔競技響いてすごい聖火強水陣
The Nurse Knights are actually the most difficult mission, so this one shouldn't be as bad, as long as she can stay alive. As long as... I definitely want to get
た
this
まには
buff.
みんなを守らなきゃ
Very important.
ビリゼ浄化の道を
This
切り
should be
開かん
good.
バースアスレイ
Okay, good. We did it.
ちょっとやりすぎた
That
か
was
しら
obviously a lot easier than the last one. We're gonna have to use more stamina. Or more mirror gems for stamina. Yeah, if we get... I forget. If we get Emil and Marta by the end of this first part, I won't make a second video. But obviously I will if we don't have them obtained yet. But I believe we should have them. Let's use this Sophie, because it's level 70. And they have her at level 52, which means she'll do a decent amount of damage. What do we get here? More stuff. Okay. At this point, I'm kind of considering switching Sharia, but I think we're still okay. I mean, the good part about all these missions is all the mirror gems we're getting. I mean, obviously in these later missions that we're in now, we're not really getting as many mirror gems because the other rewards are obviously better. Shadowgeist and Ancient Liger. So there's two ancient... Oh, I...
おぼろ月よ
魔競技ふっ見切ったはあ石火炎部リニューエレアグランシンリニューエレアリニューエレア
試練熱天章
グランシンリニューエレア
絶心法魔競技 見切れるか。
Probably didn't need to waste that, but hopefully the second won't get caught in the aftermath of that first attack.
たまにはみんなを守らなきゃ。ホーリーソング。
Oh no! I wanted that on the Liger. Oh, I should have saved it. Alright.
試練滅天層。おぼろ月よ。おぼろ月よ。
That was good though.
この剣の前に敵はない。
We gotta be coming close to the end. Get all the bonuses for that. Yes, we'll use 40 more mirror gems to refill our stamina and continue. Normally, if I was just playing this myself, I wouldn't rush it to get everything so fast, but... Oh my goodness, over an hour. Even if I do cut out the summon... Okay, here we go, cutscene, finally. Probably types to face the champions. For the good of the townspeople, we have to win this battle. So where are Lloyd and Colette? Maybe their meet and greet ran long? You'd have to think they would say something. So you're our challengers, eh? In that case, behold your king, and no, I'll not surrender my throne to a pack of comet. Ratok, it wouldn't kill you to give a proper greeting. Okay. Hi there, we're the reigning champions. Nice to meet you. Wait, you guys are the violent thugs? Who are you calling thugs, dastard? Isn't this the couple we saw shopping earlier? They seem different then. Mr. Ix, Miss Melina, I think these two are nexuses. I got the shivers real bad. Are you sure? What do you mean nexuses? I don't like the look of these two, Marta. Something's amiss with them. Sorry we're late, guys. Ever since I started whittling science statues to collect to our fans, we've been totally swamped. They turned out super cute. Lloyd's really talented. Lloyd, Colette, what are you guys doing here? Okay, so is this after Emil became friends with them? I don't think so. Maybe they're more of our fans. What? How could you, after all the time we spent adventuring there, maybe this is a trick and they're actually Decus in disguise? No, I could smell that fool a mile away. This is just how we meant the Wait. This is just how little we meant to the... No! This is exactly why I hate humans. Championship battle is about to begin, blah 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 blah. It's time. Let's just get through this fight, guys. We can talk after. I wouldn't get too wedded to that plan. Once we're done tearing you apart, you won't be capable of speech anymore. Ratosk always starting fights. Oh snap, okay, this is definitely the violent thug we heard about. I mean, I would have to agree with that statement. Alright, can we find someone useful? I think I'm just gonna go with an Asbel, because we know Asbel can hit really hard. I mean, my Asbel hits pretty hard, so another level 60 shouldn't be any different. Alright, there we go. So, we will get both of them after this. So that's good. Let's go ahead and hop right into this final battle. Champion battle. Level 55. They're gonna break their combo. Oh crap, I forgot they get to use their mirror darts too. Luckily they don't have the rainbows. Alright, we lost Asbel, which is bad. Hope this is enough to take out Emil. Okay, we got Emil down. Now we just gotta take out Marta.
レッキューザー
Discord for going off during the video.
レップエイハ
はったレッキューザーレッキューザー
Come on, we can get her.
レッキューザーコナハザンチリサダメレッキューザー
We got him. We lost Asbel during the fight, but I don't think we needed extra conditions for that. I believe it's just win the fight. Yep, clear first quest. We are officially done. And the sad thing is, that's the easy part. Thank you both for explaining things to me. Oh, right, Rain's not even here. In short, it seems like we unified our worlds. You met us in what we would perceive to be the future. Yes, our past is your future, and I see that the past you already spoke in that insufferable lecturing style. Don't go picking a fight with Professor Rain, Radtosk. You're about to get kicked. So you really did go on an adventure with the future versions of us. Did you think my Marta was lying? I will beat respect into you, cur. Radtosk, keep your voice down. Ah, to hell with this nonsense. I'll let Emil handle it. Wait a sec, is the battle over? Whoa, Lloyd, is that you and Colette? This is great, Marta. We finally found some familiar faces. His personality changed completely. This is like Professor Rain in her ruin mode. Oh right, I should probably mention that Emil has a second personality within him known as Radtosk. They're totally different people, just in one person. Ah, I see. Two personalities share a single body. However, it seems Emil did not share Radtosk's memories, so I had better explain this all anew. So now he'll understand. I see. Okay, so at this point my audio actually got corrupted, so the rest of this is not going to be read. I tried once to kind of read along with it, but it just really doesn't work that well, so for the rest of this video, you'll pretty much just kind of have to watch it yourself. All I really mentioned in the end was that for part 2, you don't have to complete it. It's going to eventually be harder stuff. It's just for more obtainables, for Emil and Marta and other things, as well as the farming missions are a little different in this event because we've actually already completed them. As you scroll up and down, once you get to this point where you've completed the story and you have Emil and Marta, you will see there are certain missions that are lit up in green. Those are your farming missions. That's where you will get all the stuff. Obviously, if you are not as far or not as ready, you probably want to farm the 15 AP mission. But if you were able to do this whole event no problem, you can farm the 25 AP mission. That's pretty much all I have to say for this. I apologize for the audio cutting out, but you get most of this if any of you actually stay till the end, which I'm sure most people won't. It is a very long video, but I will be coming back for future events. Most events compared to this one are much shorter. I'll probably be able to complete them within 30 minutes because they're usually just 10 missions. But anyways, guys, thank you all for joining me. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and I will see you all next time.